this church. Come experience the Lord for yourself. Come experience the Lord for yourself. FWBC. Come experience the Lord for yourself.
This is the story of Claire Luce. But hold on, the story does not end there. For even though it began well, all of a sudden things change. That's how life is. You can be going quite well. Your flow is flowing, and then your flow gets interrupted. Interrupted by something that you never saw coming. Life is characterized, the drum major for justice, Martin King, declared, by interruptions. Interruptions will pop up and leave you toe up from the flow up, wondering if you can get back up. And already I'm in somebody's Kool-Aid calling out your flavor, because the year began on a good note of concord, but all of a sudden things have gone wrong, and as a consequence discord has set in. Why? Because interruptions are a part of the itinerary of this thing we call life. That's what happened to Claire Luce, envoy to Italy. Her interruption happened when she awakened one morning preparing for work, and she felt sluggish, and as the day went on she grew weaker and weaker until they took her to a hospital. While at the hospital, it was discovered that she had been poisoned. Of course, all of security forces were alerted, and immediately they began to test everything that Claire had come in contact with. They dealt with her cooks who cooked her food. They checked out the restaurant that she had dined in for lunch the day before. Finally, someone had the bright idea to go to that villa, that lovely villa, and while checking out the villa, they discovered that there was a painting, don't miss this, on the ceiling in her bedroom, and from that painting there were toxins that were real fine and mist-like, and at nighttime as she was sleeping, she was inhaling poison. Don't miss this. She testified that she was sleeping in a place that made her sick. In a real sense, she came from a home that was unhealthy. I'm still not coming through. I'm suggesting, my brothers and sisters, that Claire can testify that in that well-appointed villa, in that lovely eye-arresting scenery, she discovered that all that glitters ain't gold, all that shines ain't silver, and all that's pretty ain't platinum. A whole lot of stuff may look good to you, but it ain't good for you. But hold on, I'm not even done, because the main thing is that she was sick because of what happened at home. You're still not getting it. She found herself in a toxic environment at home. And y'all playing like you're not feeling me, but if you're not careful, going home can make you sick. I'm talking to somebody who knows what it's like to pull up to your garage, have the garage door open, and you hate that they beat you home. Why? Because it has become sick for you to go home. And if I'm talking to you, please understand that Claire Luce's illustration of an idea that many of us can identify with is a reflection of what had happened in the family life of Adam and Eve. And if anybody started off on a high note that crashed into a low note, it had to be Adam and Eve. I think it was John Milton, who had no eyesight but plenty of literary insight, and he wrote a work, a classic, that is known as Paradise Lost, which is based on the story of Adam and Eve. You've got to feel their pain. Adam and Eve, my brothers and sisters, their home had been paradise. Their home was what? The Garden of Eden. It was heaven on earth. That's where Adam and Eve were living. But understand what happens. As beautiful as things were, suddenly things went terribly and tragically wrong. The book lets us know they went wrong. Why? To begin with, because Adam and Eve made the mistake of listening to a snake. I think I'll stop and preach that right there, because a lot of folk like to believe that Adam and Eve got in trouble because they were naked and because of sex. And one scholar, I think it's Harvey Cox, who declared God would not punish two naked people in an idyllic setting like that for having sex. They're supposed to have sex. Adam and Eve did not get in trouble for having sex. They messed up because they listened to a snake. Now, y'all looking at me holy, but snakes aren't just those creatures that move along on their belly, because a lot of us have messed up because we listen to a snake. What does a snake do? I gotta help you since you're playing holy. A snake, my brothers and sisters, is sophisticated and subtle. And here's your shout right here at using attractions as distractions. You may want to tweet that, because that's kind of hot right there, because that's what a snake will do. It will be attractive to you, but become a distraction for you. Why? Because my late mentor, Emmanuel Scott Sr., said the devil majors in distracting us with what is good in order to keep us from what is best.
West Baptist Church, come experience.